Are you ready to break the chains of poverty over your life? What a doctor has the remedy. The book, The 10 Commandments to Black Economic Power, is here right now, written by the People Scholar, finance PhD, Dr. Boyce Watkins. Also, buckle your seatbelt because summer 2023 B1, the movie, is about to launch. You definitely don't want to miss that. And here's what you all been waiting for. The All Black National Convention is making a stop in Atlanta. That's right, we coming to the A. October 2023. Make sure you go to boycewatkins.com to get your tickets, or we'll have the link in the description. You have rappers that continue to promote, keep calling, rappers that continue to promote this type of lifestyle and get paid millions and millions of dollars from executives that continue to push this on us. And you go into these inner cities, you go to places like Kensington and all these different places, any city you go to, and it's like downtrodden, it's like hell in these places. And these rappers get rich off of promoting this lifestyle. I think it needs to be called out, and it needs, people to continue to bang at the bit and say, nah, this is wrong. Something has to be done about this. There was an era in hip hop where, you had your little bit of your ratchet stuff, but it's proof in the pudding by certain artists like J. Cole, Kendrick, and a lot of different artists that you can still put a positive message out. It could be popular, it could be hip, it could be cool, and people still are influenced positively, and it still be a Billboard hit. Everything ain't gotta be negativity tearing things down for it to be a Billboard hit, or people to flock to it, or to be a trendy song.
And this is why it's so damning. This is why hip hop is so. It's why hip hop is so important to our culture, and this is why it's so damning to it right now. Because there's no other genre in music that directly correlates to a culture of people the way hip hop does to black people. Country music don't do that to white folk.
Right.
Rock music don't do that. Alternative music don't do that. They know how to separate the music from the people. When you think about hip hop and when you look at the characters and the things going on in hip hop, you directly correlate it to the actual culture itself. So when white folks see us jumping around, when they see a Sexy Red, I seen this white dude on Twitter have Sexy Red going to a frat house, and it was nothing but a bunch of white dudes and white girls frat partying it up, and she doing her black ghetto thing in front of all these people, and this is how they look at black women. When you see dudes out here tatted all up all over their faces and drinking and doing oxys and running around wild and having the guns and the Dracos throwing it, this is how they think we act toward each other. You know what I'm saying? It's a direct correlation of how we are as a culture, and that has to stop, because you talk about demonic. What's more demonic than destroying a whole civilization of people? Slowly. Slow simmering, cooking that bitch. I think this is we got a nice couple good segues when it comes to this conversation right here, man.
We're not done. I got a couple more that I want to lead into, but it's a shame that we got to be seen through the light of hip hop like that, because I've been places where I've seen, us in business suits, us running Fortune 500 companies, functioning households, great neighborhoods, people looking out for each other. I've seen these different places. You've seen these places. You've been to places where we're flourishing, but that's never that really being promoted. It's always the bullshit. You see one of these female rappers, well, if you're going to segue into that as well, you know what I mean? They shaking their ass. They on Instagram. And I get it. You're making money. You're selling it. Like I seen something with Lotto today. As much as I love Lotto, and would definitely love to, you know what I mean? I'm sure every man would. It's like, damn, is this all you represent? Where's your? Because at the end of the day, when you get with a woman, sex is a big part of it, but you want her to be submissive. You know what I mean? You want her, to be a helpmate. You want her to be your rock, to be strong for you, to think for you, to help you with different shit, not just fuck you all day. You know what I mean? You can find that anywhere. You know what I mean? What else do you? Are you going to cook? Are you going to clean? Are you going to take care of my kids? Are you going to be a visionary for me? Are you going to tell me when, all right, honey, things are a little, crazy right now. Maybe you should do it this way. Honey, nah, you don't need to buy that right now, honey, because, I'm looking at the budget and things. Are you going to be that? Or are you just going to shake your ass? So that leads me to the question, Sam, man. Has hip-hop become over-sexualized to the point where every female artist needs, not has to, but needs to promote herself in that way to flourish? Damn.
Fucking yep. 100%. Looking at Meg Thee Stallion, we ain't seen Meg Thee Stallion in a while. She took a little bit of a hiatus after the Tory Lanez situation. You understandably so. The first pictures I see is her in this badass dress, spending all the way down from 12 to 6, shaking that ass. And I'm like, damn. Now, do I enjoy Megan Thee Stallion shaking her ass? Yeah, my flesh does, of course. But there's also a little piece of me, because you said a key word, and this word right here has caused a lot of uproar, oh God, and it's submissiveness. Because when women hear submissiveness, they think they need to submit. No, submissiveness, is one of the most powerful pieces of fucking armor that you can have as a woman.
Yeah.
Look at Nia Long. Look at Sanaa Lathan.
Right.
Look at Regina King, Regina Hall. Look at all these beautiful black women that we've had over the years that we have lusted over as kids. Oh my God, would have loved to see all these women naked. We would have loved to see these women shaking their ass. We would have loved to see the possibility
That's a good point.
of seeing what they may have been behind a bedroom, but they never gave it to us. And guess what? Men 20 years later still think of that now because we never got it. They still have power in that. We ain't thinking about that with Megan Thee Stallion, because all you got to do is type in Megan Thee Stallion. You're going to see her shaking her ass 75 different ways. Cardi B doing it 85 different ways. Lotto doing it 97 different ways. Any other famous hip-hop artist that you want to think of right now in the female genre, 97 fucking different ways.
Right.
It waters and it dumbs it down, and it makes you go, damn. Megan Thee Stallion got a degree, I forgot, from a very prestigious university, right? Got her degrees, a very smart young lady. And I'm sure a lot of them are, but we don't give a fuck about that. Shake your ass. I don't care what you're saying in your raps. She can spit her ass off. We don't care. We don't want to hear you spit. We want to see you shake your ass. And it's like at one point to just go, you know what? Enough's enough. I can still be sexy. I can still hold power over wherever I want to hold it, but at the same time still hold a level of class. And we just don't see it no more.
And it's like, I think, like what you said, man, like the mystery of like, all right, what does that ass really look like? Mm-hmm. What do them titties really look like? What do them thighs really look like? That's going to keep a man like, okay, yeah, we can see you out, you know what I mean, on the TV, but we don't really know. It's like once you get it, it's like, all right, well, it's just like a woman. Once you get it, it's like, all right, it's still good and all that, but it's like the pursuit is gone now. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then it's like, I always say this, and I continue to say it, what effect is it having on the young girls? Yeah, man. You want the young girls, 10, 11 years old, that now in these TikTok and all these different videos, and they shaking their little tails. That's what they doing right now. And it's like, wow, like you cause these girls to do that, and then you say, oh, then you want to turn back and say, well, it's the parents' responsibility. Yes, it is, but they listening to you. They looking at you as a role model, Cardi, Meg, all you different females, because they like your music. And, and they feel like they got to do, and they want to do what you do. And then, next, it leads to another thing. Now they want to try, because they ain't all just shaking their ass. They talking about sucking this. Cardi B talking about, beard tickling her ass crack. Shit like that. You know what I mean? Pussy wetted. And like, these young girls got to hear that shit. And they're like, okay, let me try. You know what I mean? So it's just, we talk about it a lot on here. But if you're new, I'm not saying to shut it all down. I'm just saying give us a little bit more variety. Let us hear about your life story, Cardi B. Every song ain't got to be, how wet it gets. You know what I mean? That's for Offset to know.
Word.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day.
It's a place there's a place for that in hip hop. But I'm talking about if there's 100% of hip hop where it's taking over 98% of female hip hop, it needs to take over 2% of hip hop. Female hip hop.
Word.
We need those songs that can hit every angle and tell a woman's story. Not every woman's story is evolved around being a sex symbol. Let's hear that woman's perspective. However that perspective may be, let's hear it in a dope-ass way. And then slide us in some of that sexy shit. Then slide us in some of that thought shit or whatever the case may be. Because it is, all women got freak in them. Let's just call it for what it is. All women got freak in them. Yeah. But it's something even better when we don't all get to divulge in it. We don't all get to digest it. That one particular person who you are connected with gets to enjoy it while you give the others the imagination of what's going on. Not the full fucking meal. We could type in Cardi B's name right now. No disrespect to Offset. I got a lot of respect for that brother. But you could type that man's wife's name right in your thing right now.
See it all.
And see it all.
I mean, I had a naked video of her from a long time ago. Probably one of my old, you know what I mean? It's like, it's crazy.
Like, come on now. And that's all we got to say. We just got to do better. Got a lot of respect for these women. Every woman that we mentioned has lyrical talent. And it's a shame we can't talk about that right now.
That's up for debate.
I mean, whether they getting ghostwritten for or not, they got lyrical talent. They say they had writing talent. They got lyrical talent. The difference.
Right. I want to talk about this if you finish, man.
Yeah.
Blood sacrificing. Mm-hmm. That's a topic that we hear coming up on the